People have lost connect with the nature and they forget that they are the products of the nature. See, your food, your water, your oxygen, you get from the nature. Nobody is creating it. You can produce them for your own benefit, especially with respect to food. You can't create water, you can't create oxygen. So, but who tries to remember it? Once you are cut off from the nature, you start thinking that nature is for you, then you are in a fool's paradise. So how to bring back that connect with the nature, with the Homo sapiens is a big issue. Change is global. But destruction happens because of the extremities of the climate change is local. Because already you took your natural resources to a tripping point. Like what happened in Kerala just few days back, a big landslide took place in Wayanad. Why it happened? Because you have converted the land use pattern there. Same thing to say, lip service is not going to do anything. Only thing, we need to ensure what is the destructive development and what is the sustainable development. We need to have a very clear-cut line between an ecological perspective of a particular area and then engineer's perspective of a development.
Kindly unmute yourself.
सर नमस्कार सर, के मिश्रा बोल रहा हूँ।
हाँ नमस्ते मिश्रा जी।
मैं बोल रहा था सर, ये जो टाइगर और ये लेपर्ड वगैरह जो जंगल्स के कोरियर से बाहर आते हैं, तो गर्मी के दिनों में वहाँ पानी की व्यवस्था नहीं रहती, तो क्या वो ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है कि जिसमें बोर करके और जो अपना सोलर सिस्टम के माध्यम से उसका पंप चालू रखें जिससे कि उनको पानी उपलब्ध होता रहे? क्योंकि प्राय वो कहता है जो टब बनाते हैं वो उसमें पानी रुकता ही नहीं है, या तो उड़ जाता है या फिर वो गंदा हो जाता है। तो एक तो वो प्रॉब्लम, और दूसरी बात हमारी छिंदवाड़ा में जमतारा गुमतारा पेंच का जो एरिया है उसमें से अभी टाइगर और वो लेपर्ड बाहर आए, और उसमें एक बुजुर्ग जो भैंस चराने गया था उसको मार के खा लिया। तो सर उसके लिए जो आपका पन्ना टाइगर रिजर्व का मॉडल है, क्या उसके कुछ एसओपी लागू हो सकता है सर यहाँ पर पेंच में?
नहीं, सब जगह ऑल गुड प्रैक्टिस कैन बी एड्रेस्ड इन ए राइट वे। बेसिक इश्यू ये है कि वी हैड ए फेज ऑफ कि लेस नंबर ऑफ टाइगर्स a decade back. Now we have surplus tigers and surplus carnivores, you can say. At the same time, our over enthusiasm of dealing the tigers in tourism areas, exposing the tigers' progeny to great number of human beings, brings their natural fear for the human beings into a background. That's one issue where carnivores will lose the natural fear for the human beings. And second thing, when you know there are spillover tigers or panthers around, then you have to be very careful. There need to be a good amount of education among the locals in and around. In open forest like Madhya Pradesh, other than Kanha, you can really address the issue of tigers if they are around, and you please don't go there. And then if you are hell-bent upon going there, then there will be a clash. That's another issue. And third issue, key exposing the tiger progenies to humans in a very bigger way because of increased tourism issues. That issue also need to be addressed. Because tigers will move out after an age. When they move out, we need to permit them to move out. Instead of getting into clash with the tigers, there has to be a good education program. It's happening in Pench area, but at the same time, unfortunately, man-animal conflict is growing up in Pench as well as in Bandhavgarh area. It started in Panna also, but wherever such things are happening, it's better to have chain link fences to avoid tigers entering into the human habitation. That's only one solution that we have as of now.
सर क्या ये जहाँ पे ज्यादा हो गए टाइगर वगैरह, तो जहाँ पे अभी नहीं है जो सिर्फ नाम भर रखे हैं, टैग मिला है, वहां शिफ्ट नहीं कर सकते इन टाइगर्स को?
कर सकते हैं, लेकिन ये सब पैसे से संबंधित मामला है। और दूसरा, जिस टाइगर रिजर्व में जो जिनको टाइगर चाहिए वो मांग करें, और बाकी जैन मैंने प्रेवेसी नहीं है तो टाइगर ले जाके क्या करोगे? दैट्स
अच्छा, हाँ,
अनदर
उनका उनका फूड
दैट्स
प्रॉब्लम
अनदर
रहेगा।
प्रॉब्लम जी।
थैंक
इवन
यू
अभी
सर।
नौरादेही में जो है देर आर अराउंड से 30+ टाइगर्स, बट वहां
ओके
पे
सर।
प्रेवेस की इश्यू है। धीरे धीरे अभी वहां पर भी 2 लोगों को अटैक किया, स्टाफ को ही अटैक किया नौरादेही में।
जी सर।
और एक बयारमा करके नदी है, नदी के किनारे किनारे टाइगर्स रहते हैं,
जी, हम
और
पानी
लोगों
के
को
लिए।
भी पानी के पास जाना ही पड़ता है। सो प्रेबेस को हमें मतलब बिल्डअप करना बहुत जरूरी है।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू।
थैंक
धन्यवाद सर, हमें जानते हुए तो unmute Mr. Krishna Kumar.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Mr. Murthy. I think the presentation was wonderful and
थैंक यू सर।
extremely informative. I just have two questions. I don't know how much relevance there would be there. The first question is something which you had addressed even earlier in one of the guest questions, is that this kind of information that you have spoken about, it's so much enlightening and so much of knowledge that is available. I'm just wondering, why can't such programs be taken to some of the schools and urban centers? For example, the thought that came to my mind is, for example, this kind of a presentation to be done in schools, say, for example, in Nagpur, which is closer to Tadoba and Pench, right? Children are not aware. Creating awareness among schools on nature and wildlife is absolutely zero and zilch. And I think that, some of these, starting point somewhere where children are actually exposed to what is being done to save nature and to increase something like a tiger population. That was one question that I had. The second question is to do with the tourism as far as such tiger reserves are concerned. I am a frequent traveler to Tadoba, Pench, recently went to Ranthambore. What I find is that there is no SOP, no standard operating procedure with regards to tourism entry into these tiger reserves. For example, let me give an example, that if Tadoba does not allow a tourist to use mobile phones, right? Mobile phones are not allowed. You go to Pench. In Pench, mobile phones are allowed, right? In Ranthambore, it is something else. If you go to Kana, it is the total. Why can't, if there's a national body, why can't you have a standard SOP which looks at controlling this, so that there is a firm control over how you. I'm sharing this because when I went to Masai Mara in Kenya, the rules and regulations are absolutely unbreakable. You cannot finger around with those rules and regulations with high penalty for the forest as well as for the tourists. So these were some thoughts which came to my mind. I'm just trying to ticket your mind on this, sir. Thank you.
मतलब as such, I may make a bigger statement. Please excuse me. We are not interested to be a law-abiding citizen, first thing. Whether you are on the other side of the tourism or you are on the next side of the manager who want to implement it. Of course, the basic issue of a manager to follow these issues in a right way in a protected area is a forest officer has to get a diploma training in wildlife management. And then as of now, we don't have many. And then it's our period, Suhash Kumar sir and then other log, हमारा guru log थे. So we had more than say 20+ officers at the IFS cadre who were trained in wildlife. So the state government also had a good amount of what choices for them to place the different people in different places. The same diploma courses apply for ACF level, certificate courses apply for rangers level. So presently, the HR inputs with respect to addressing a protected area is almost nil in India, one thing. And second thing, recruitment wise, the number of officers that are required is also very low at this point of time. It's across all the All India services. Third thing, that's how we follow very many ad hoc and local measures to address some of the local issues. If they are for the common good, that's good. But if it is for my own good, then there is a problem. There was a big embezzlement in Tadoba. Some embezzlement took even in Panna also, gave with gate money. And then with respect to mobiles, yes, I had read about the news where Supreme Court or NTCA said no mobiles inside the tiger reserve. So, but at the same time, it's allowed in some places, it's not allowed in some places. So these are also day-to-day management issues. So if I, as an individual, is an upright person to be law-abiding and from both the sides, I will try to address those issues on day-to-day basis. So this is a big issue. So basically, sir, it's a big shortcoming with the HR of the country. So I don't think you have got any answer out of it. But coming to the education is a big thing that has to happen. I tried various types of interventions with the communication of taking the conservation education to the people, especially students. Now I have devised a program where I am addressing the teachers with an idea that there will be a ripple effect where the teachers can address the issue there at their both formal and informal levels. First year we have completed for that particular course. We will be starting next this course. But what I mean to say, in the government system, conservation education does not have any place. Climate change has been taken out. And then environmental education has been made optional. So देश में जो है ना सर कि we have मतलब lots and lots of engineers around वो last 4 decades. तो मनोज मिश्रा साहब अब नहीं रहे, वो बोलते हैं इंजीनियर और कंजर्वेशनिस्ट एक दूसरे के खिलाफ है, इसलिए है इंजीनियर को खोदना है और कंजर्वेशनिस्ट को रोकना है, ये दोनों कैसे कहाँ तक समन्वय बिठा लेंगे, डिफिकल्ट इश्यू. What we need is, sir, sustainable development. It is the only mantra. But in India, as of now, I don't see such a thing happening around.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
It's a
sir.
pleasure.
I'd like to now unmute Mr. Sripati Vaishnav.
I'm Shripati Vaishnav from Telangana. So I've been collaborating with Forest Department and tiger monitoring in northern Telangana, especially in Kawal Tiger Reserve. So as you know, the problems which are with Kawal Tiger Reserve, and also I've been collaborating with Forest Department to the same tiger monitoring in dispersal tigers till Nizamabad, which is in central Telangana landscape. So I'm glad that you've been reached out in Explorer release. I do not know. Sir, can I know, as you know, the Explorer, which is released in Papikondalu National Park, has been creating cayuse, from a people's perspective. So, as we know, there is a lack of prey base there. So, may I know, should tiger reintroductions only be attempted after ensuring adequate prey density, habitat security, and minimal human disturbance, or can this be strengthened after release?
In Panna, everything, as I said, took place in ad hoc way. Simultaneously, we could successfully address all those issues. The only saving grace for me was that there was a good seed nursery of prey base available. So rest of the security issues can be addressed once you are serious about it. Even I have visited Kawal twice, of course, some 5 years back. The issues there is again, your political system does not have any iota of concern for the conservation. I don't know, earlier the TRS system was like that. With the Congress changing in the power, I don't know how the things are moving there. But still, you have to get some good amount of support from the political bosses. How it can be done, only local managers need to search about it. And second thing, security, now extremism, I think, has been taken out to great extent. Now department has to chip in. But again, I have read some reports which are very serious, telling that because the extremists were taken out, poachers have taken over in the Chhattisgarh and other joining Maharashtra areas. This is a serious issue. So the same type of situation shall not happen either in Kawal or other tiger reserves of Telangana. So please address this issue because you have only 11% of the land area within the forest geographically. That's another serious concern. So prey base build-up, political bosses getting support of the political bosses, and then addressing the issues of low prey base. These are the issues that needs to be taken up seriously. If you start today, things will start resulting in another decadal time because one needs to have a long-term goals in such issues where you have very difficult situation, now you want to really do something, then local support, that's another big essential. I think there is a lot good amount of local opposition. So local managers has to find out certain good ways of communicating with the locals. That's also another essential issue. I say around say almost matlab 6 7 years back after my retirement, I volunteered my services free of cost for Kawal, but that
Wow.
offer was not taken up. No issue.
Wow.
Ji.
Wonderful, sir. Thanks for letting me know this. And yes, sure. Thank you so much for your presentation. I liked it.
Thank you.
It was
Thank
very
you.
inspiring.
I'd like to unmute the next participant, sir. I've prompted you to unmute yourself.
एक्चुअली ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि ये आप जो कर रहे हैं बहुत ही बढ़िया ये प्रेजेंटेशन हुआ, और इसके बारे में कुछ मैंने ये नहीं, मैं कंजर्वेशन फील्ड में 95 से हूँ, और आई एम लिविंग इन अमरावती नियर मेलघाट टाइगर रिजर्व, एंड we have a tiger since in our Pohra market region, since a single male tiger is here in our Pohra market region, and मेरा ये ऑब्जर्वेशन है कि जब हम प्रेबेस नहीं इंक्रीज करते तब तक ये सब जो वाइल्ड लाइफ है वो हमारे सिटी एरिया में और इधर उधर इधर करेंगे, और इसका मेन है कि लोगों में ये प्रेबेस का जो है, इसका जो मैंने जो हैबिटेट है वो कैसे हम इंक्रीज करें, उनका जो फूड है जैसा ग्रास से है, ग्रास है, बाकी का सब ये, और ये सब हमको वहां से इम्प्रूव करना चाहिए। और सबसे मेन बात जो मैंने ऑब्जर्व की है कि एक फीमेल है कि जो बेटे के साथ मैंने व्हाट आई हैव ऑब्जर्व इन माय पास्ट सिंस 97 98 99 those period I have observed one female tigress, and she was जब वो बच्ची थी वो उसके माँ के साथ रहती थी, जब वो बड़ी हो गई और फिर उसके माँ के साथ कम से कम 4 साल वो माँ के साथ शिकार करती थी, शेयर करती थी। ऐसा मैंने मेलघाट में देखा, मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है। तो क्या आपके साथ ऐसा कुछ हुआ है क्या?
नहीं, देखिए बेसिक इश्यू ये है कि नेचर भी इनब्रीडिंग को अवॉइड करता है। कैसे
हाँ,
अवॉइड करता है? यदि एक लिटर में मेल फीमेल दोनों है, मेल
हम्म,
को माँ भगा देती है,
बराबर है।
और दूसरा जो उसका पिता हो या दूसरा मेल हो, जब
हाँ,
तक वो उनके बराबर टक्कर लेने की स्थिति ना हो, वो उनको वहां रहने का मौका नहीं मिलेगा। दैट्स वन थिंग।
बराबर
एंड
है।
सेकंड थिंग, फीमेल्स
हम्म,
को एडजस्ट करता है अपने इलाके में।
हम्म,
मेल फीमेल,
हम्म,
माँ जो है
हम्म,
बेटियों को अलाउ करता है, अपनी
हम्म,
एरिया को थोड़ा श्रिंक कर लेता है। बट
हम्म,
अगेन दैट विल डिपेंड अपॉन कि यदि
हम्म,
आपका क्रिटिकल प्राइम एरिया के ऊपर माँ और बेटी का झगड़ा हो, लाइक
हम्म,
मछली के साथ हुआ, उनकी बेटी ने
हम्म,
उनको खिलाफत कर दिया,
हाँ,
तो फिर वहां पे एक बार अडल्टहुड पहुंचने के बाद वहां पे
हम्म,
ह्यूमन सोसाइटी जैसा कोई इमोशंस प्ले नहीं करते।
अच्छा,
दे बिकम अडल्ट, दे बिकम इंडिविजुअल्स, दे विल बिकम कॉम्पिटिटर विथ ईच अदर।
नहीं
वो
वो
जो
तो
एक
है।
हम नहीं, मेरा ये कहना है कि
हाँ,
बेटियों को माँ अपनी एरिया मतलब थोड़ा एरिया दे देती है, लेकिन
अच्छा,
अपनी गोदी में नहीं बिठा लेगी।
अच्छा,
ये कह रहा हूँ
अच्छा,
जी। उसके लिए
अच्छा,
फिर सफिशिएंट एरिया चाहिए, सफिशिएंट
हाँ,
प्रिवेश चाहिए। यदि
हाँ,
बेटी ज्यादा जिद्दी हो, उनको ये चाहिए कि माँ का एरिया ही चाहिए, तो माँ
नहीं
और बेटी के बीच में भी फाइट होता है।
नहीं, मैंने जो ऑब्जर्व किया है उस दौरान कि वो सिर्फ जब बायसन का किल करते थे तो ही वो साथ में मिलके बायसन का किल करते थे।
वो बहुत ही रेयरली शेयर करते हैं जब वो अडल्टहुड में
हम्म,
पहुंचते हैं।
अच्छा,
क्योंकि शेयर करते हैं तो भी
हाँ,
ऐसा है कि कोई आके खा के चला गया, बीच का गैप में जाके तीसरा दूसरा आके खा लिया। लेकिन यदि बच्चे, माँ और बाप,
हम्म,
ये मतलब तीनों मतलब लोगों को एक साथ, यदि बहुत ही हार्मनी जबरदस्त है, माने माँ
हम्म,
को बाप के ऊपर कोई शक नहीं है, तो बाप
हाँ,
भी उनको आपको किल के पास दिखेगा। लेकिन वो जो कब से अराउंड टू बिलो 2.5 ईयर्स ओल्ड ही होंगे, उससे बड़े होंगे तो
नहीं
फिर मिलके नहीं खाते।
नहीं नहीं, वो मैंने जो 3 साल मैंने सब जो
नहीं,
उस
आपने
वक्त
देखा कोई एक्सेप्शनल केस होगा, तो
हाँ, हाँ,
मेरा मतलब बेसिक एकालजी मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ। थैंक यू।
अच्छा। और एक लेपर्ड के इसमें मैं थोड़ा सा बोलना चाहता हूँ। हेलो,
बताइएगा।
जी जी।
मैंने अभी रिसेंटली आई हैव ऑब्जर्व कि एक मेल फीमेल लेपर्ड है, उनके साथ जो 2002 में उनको तीन सब कब हो गए थे, तो अभी वो सब एडल्ट तीन जो है उनके साथ रहते हैं, और वो साथ में अभी वो हमारे इसमें मैंने उसके ऊपर एक रिसेंट रिव्यू JBNHS को भेजा है। पर ऐसा हुआ है कि जो मेल फीमेल दोनों हैं साथ में रह रहे, आई है ऑब्जर्व फॉर एन आवर,
नहीं,
वो
वो
जो मेल थे
एक्सेप्शंस
हमारे।
होते हैं सर, स्पेशली मेटिंग पे टाइम पे
हाँ, नहीं,
कुछ
दीज आर नॉट
एक्सेप्शंस होते हैं। नहीं नहीं, मेरे बात सुनिएगा। लेकिन इट्स नॉट ए नॉर्म, नाम नाम में ऐसा नहीं होता, क्योंकि
अच्छा।
कार्निवोर्स है अपने, उनका जो सबसे बड़ा कंपटीशन फूड का ही होता है, इसलिए वो
अच्छा।
आइसोलेटेड रहते हैं, मतलब सॉलिटरी रहते हैं। इट्स नॉट लाइक ए लायंस प्राइड।
अच्छा, नहीं सर,
हाँ,
आपका
लायंस
आपका
प्राइड में भी मतलब फीमेल्स मारते हैं, मेल आके उठा के ले जाता है, बच्चों
हाँ
को
हाँ,
आखिर में मिलता है वहां पे खाना। तो मेरा
बराबर
ये
है।
कहना है कि आप जो बातें जो कह रहे हैं वो कहीं एक अबनॉर्मालिटी है जो नॉर्म्स के बाहर है, नॉर्मालिटी के बाहर है, बस उतना ही। थैंक यू।
अच्छा, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir.
वेलकम।
I'm going to unmute Mr. Venkata Sai.
Thank you for Mr. Murthy, sir. It was
जी थैंक यू
great pleasure
वेंकट
to meeting you.
जी।
Yeah, you are the asset for our country, sir. I'm so proud of you.
नहीं
And
नहीं, थैंक यू। अपना काम
actually,
सिंसियर करो, सब लोग असेट बन जाएंगे। अपना काम को
yes,
सिंसियर करना है,
yes,
बस इतना ही करना है जी।
yes, sir. Sir,
हम्म,
actually, I hailed from Andhra Pradesh, Vijayawada, sir.
हाँ प्लीज చెప్పండి।
Sir, actually, we got a NST here, right, sir? Nagarjunasagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve. It
हम्म
was one of the biggest tiger reserves in India, I think so, sir.
हम्म।
Uh, what are the measures were taken by the government for like for enhancing the population of tiger in this? As you earlierly mentioned that you are in given insights about Papikonda National Park relocate. I want to know about my state status about tigers, sir, because adjacent regions of Maharashtra and all these states are getting more and more tigers and more tourism and more revenue. But we are, as we got the largest tiger reserve in our state, we can't able to do any efforts. Sir. Please, can you please give me any insights why this was happening to our Andhra Pradesh, sir?
Andhra Pradesh, I hail from Andhra Pradesh, original as well as the present. We don't have
Good, sir.
good quality forests around, first thing.
Okay.
Second thing, with respect to Nagarjunasagar, Srisailam Tiger Reserve, it got bifurcated, both into Telangana as well as the Andhra. And third
Okay,
thing,
Amrabad Tiger Reserve and Nagarjuna, yes, sir.
no, yes, that's the third thing. I've seen very good amount of management there in the Srisailam Tiger Reserve. There's a good amount of improvement with respect to management as well as the tigers numbers there. Go to NTA site, I have not checked it. But at
Yeah,
the
sir.
same time, see, lot of extremism problems were there earlier, but now that has
Yes,
been eliminated. So there's a
yes, sir. It was
positive
some.
sign with respect to Srisailam Tiger Reserve. The only
Okay,
issues
okay.
that key timely interventions, prey-based improvement that need to be addressed. And then if there is any amount of poaching from chenchus with respect to bushmeat, that need to be addressed and checked properly. That's all.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Actually, I got a data recently, sir, that 4,500 families are living in core zone of this NSTR. How can we relocate or rehabilitate these people into? How can we convince them to like rehabilitate from one place to another place that they are
That's the
staying?
basic actual business of the manager who is sitting there, and he need to communicate with them, address their issues properly, and then
Okay,
only follow the route of voluntary relocation. There should not be any involuntary relocations.
okay,
Convince the
okay, okay.
people, they will be ready to move out, provided you offer them a better alternative. That's very important.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, sir. Thank you for having.
Thank you.
Uh, I'd like to move on to the next. So before I move on to the next question, I'd like to ask you something a little more on a personal note for my information.
Please.
Uh,
Why not?
do like the way things are going in the country, do you get worried that a lot of years of conservation work can be undone very fast if the government doesn't take the right steps?
I am in a severe depression.
Perhaps. I'm so sorry to ask you this question, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who have joined in from the who are from a conservationist background and who have either worked for the preservation of trees, animals, flora, fauna overall, and all of them are facing a very major anxiety issue because of the actions. Uh, I have personally witnessed uh, deforestation of massive scales from south to north, like whole country, in each and every state, one by one. And I was coincidentally traveling into each and every one of those states one by one. And the same news, same repetition in each and every state. And how do we cope with this? How do we
तो कोप
uh,
कोप करने के लिए मतलब सिवा और कोई चॉइस नहीं है आपके पास. वन थिंग, बिकॉज my general impression is that people have lost connect with the nature and they forgot that they are the products of the nature. See, matlab your food, your water, your oxygen you get from the nature. You know, nobody is
actually?
creating it. You can produce them for your own benefit, especially with respect to food. You can't create water, you can't create oxygen. So, but who tries to remember it? Once you are cut off from the nature, you start thinking that nature is for you. Then you are in a fool's paradise. So, how to bring back that connect with the nature, with the Homo sapiens is a big issue. Now, whatever world I'm from Luxembourg, I am speaking, people are living in a very comfort, but their energy consumption is too high. Starting from opening the gate, outer gate, and entering the bathroom, everything involved with the electricity. And where from this electricity is coming? Some amount of what should I say, pollution and then resources consumption must be happening around. And then in India, one thing I'm very with the experience I can perceive it. Climate change is global, but destruction happens because of the extremities of the climate change is local. Because already you took your natural resources to a tripping point. Like what happened in Kerala just few days back, a big landslide took place in Wayanad. Why it happened? Because you have converted the land use pattern there. Same thing, almost Himalayas are done. Only Supreme Court now and then will cry ki Himachal will be vanished. Just by saying so, how it is helping? How the Supreme Court is helping the preservation or ensuring the safety of the Himachal or Himalayas? So what I mean to say, lip service is not going to do anything. Only thing we need to ensure what is the destructive development and what is the sustainable development. We need to have a very clear-cut line between an ecological perspective of a particular area and then engineer's perspective of a development. We don't have ecologists in India, Trishant.
Right.
After my
Yes,
retirement,
absolutely.
I have written on my Facebook telling I need an economist with whom I want to sit and co-write articles so that my word is valued, weighed out in a better way. I didn't get a single economist, including from my own relatives. So economist perspective of development is overtaking everybody. Ecologist perspective is nowhere there around. Like all the river linking project is Subbarau's project. Subbarao तो इंजीनियर है. वहाँ ecologist का input है कहाँ उसमें? So any project that involves a natural resource has to have a both engineer and then ecologist sitting together and addressing the issues in a right way. Then only you will be able to have a sustainable development model with you. Just telling we are moving ahead with the SDGs is not going to happen. Put solar panels all around, SDG is not going to happen.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Moving on to the next question.
Hmm.
I'd like to request Mr. Bhavani Shankar to kindly unmute yourself.
Firstly, thank you so much, Murthy sir, and thank you, Trishant. You are an amazing host. And Murthy sir,
Thank you.
I've been attending some of the sessions of lately, but this is the best, so far.
Thank you.
Last almost 2 years, I've been standing here because it's raining. I'm from Pune, and I've been, it's raining, but I'm still, the session is so much worthy. My question to you, sir, is about open wells. What is your experience, and what do you think? Because open wells are impacting all kind of wildlife, and it pains to see wildlife just dying for sheer negligence of humans. So could you please share some light on it, sir? Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavani Shankar ji. You see, this is one of the issues that we addressed in Panna. At that point of time, I came a news from Gir where some lions has fell into kundi. Their open wells are called kundis. So what they have done is they have constructed a parapet wall around the kundis. So in Panna, we had a lot of open wells because of the human habitations were there inside the tiger reserve. So we have covered around say 3,600 open wells with stone walls so that there should not be any death of any tigers falling into a well and dying, because one of such tigers before 2009 died because of such an open well. And then we ensured that because मैंने जैसा पहले बताया हमारा तो अनमोल 3 ही टाइगर्स थे, उसमें किसी को मरने से हम आगे जा ही नहीं सकते थे. तो we have ensured every other मतलब chances of happening some damage for the tigers around. So similarly, outside the area where the corridors are there, where the wild animals move out, it's better to build a parapet walls, or if it is a dry well, it's better to close it. But for that, there has to be initiative from forest department as well as the general administration, that is collector's side. That has to happen only. That is the only way that can. Even we are ready to lose our children into the dug open tube wells. सो वाइल्ड एनिमल के लिए कंसर्न दिखाना और बड़ी बात है. तो लेकिन आप जैसे लोग इन चीजों ऐसी चीजों को इनिशिएट कर सकते हैं, लोगों का दिमाग में हर बार आपको शंका ना करना पड़ेगा. थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir.